And there we be. Ahoy hoy. Welcome aboard, everyone. Let me know if all that's working. Last couple times I forgot my mic at the first couple seconds. Ugh. Yeah, I'm a frickin' professional. Well, gather around, gentlemen and lasses. We've got an exciting day on the high seas today. Alright, good to hear. Okay. I don't know if you guys know, if you're not aware, but the damned have rised from Davy Jones' locker and have been plaguing the seas. They've claimed outposts and are basically... Oh, crap, I had a frickin' one more... I'm gonna try to do a piece of Photoshop in the background while I'm talking to you guys. They've claimed outposts, and what's going on is we need to go and revert their claim. Basically, challenge these ships and their crews for control of the territories. And there we go. And what's going on here is we've got time-limited sort of events. There's 3 sections to the world map, and each one is running in a specific window of the clock during a section of the time. So when you pull out your watch and you look at the clock, if the outpost that you're at is already past or it's not coming for a couple of hours, sail to another section outpost and find one of those. And one of them will be going at all times on the map somewhere. And post that. Okay. Sorry guys, that took a second, but there we go. Get rid of the logo thing and the pictures. Boom, there we go. The notes. There's one of these in every town. They're different colors representing different crews. Yes, that new brigantine is frickin' sexy. Let's pull that up here right now and take a look at that. I got some good pictures of it. There she is, man. She's a beauty. Beauty! Now, I looked on board this thing. There's actually a couple of fun little hiding spots on this thing already. It was the first thing I did, is I ran around on it looking for all the cool spots that you can frickin' hide. Definitely some good spots on this new ship. Speaking of hiding on ships, I boarded about 5 or 6 skeleton ships today. And I got some news. People were asking some stuff, and I got some news about these skeleton ships. Let me pull up a picture of the skeleton ship so you got some form of reference to what I'm talking to, or talking about. Let's pull up this one here. Now, when you're close, you will hear a sound. It kind of sounds like maybe the Megalodon, and these things breach instead of the Megalodon. They come up out of the water, sploosh, and usually in packs of 2. And you have to fight multiple waves until there's a captain, just like the fort, man. It's exactly like the fort, but it's ships now. They're relatively easy. There is a full crew of skeletons on it that will continuously respawn, so going on and killing the whole crew doesn't do much, but it slows them down. So if you're hitting them with cannons, then you get one of your people to jump on the ship and just screw with the guys that are trying to board it up, and it'll sink pretty quick. I believe they can board them up, but I do not believe they can bail water. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I seen a lot of skeletons with boards, boarding things up, but I didn't see any of them bailing water. So I think that there's a progression where you can slowly kill them no matter what. There is items on the ships. I found crates, I found skulls, I found chests, I found tea. I found a couple of things. When you sink them, they will pop up all of the loot that was on the ship, but my god, do you have time to stop and pick up the loot? Not really, no. It's crazy. I mean, you can maybe send one dude off, but it's difficult, man. It was word of the wise. Stock up your supplies before you go into battle. We ran out. We literally ran out of cannonballs and bananas and boards way too quickly. We did complete one of the green crew. It was the cursed grog crew. We killed them. the full wave of them, but it was friggin' hard, man. It was really hard. Thank goodness Rare has blessed us with barrels floating around the battlefield. As the fight progresses, barrels full of supplies just float up to the surface randomly. Thank you. Oh my god, that was needed, but it still was hard, man. I really wish we had been a little more prepared. We had filled up our stuff a little bit more. Cursed cannonballs are in the game. From what I've seen, I've only been hit with grog balls. If anybody else has been hit by anything other than a grog ball, please let me know. But from so far, I've only seen grog balls. And they're not as bad as I thought. They were just like I said. It's a toned down version of being drunk. You're puking instantly and you're wobbling around, but you can still hit the cannons. You can still shoot and do things. You're just wobbly, man. It's a minor annoyance. It's not a big deal. It's a thing, but it's not that big of a deal. It seems that not the whole crew gets hit, just the players. Actually, something very interesting. If you jump, if you're on the ship and you jump just as the grog ball hits, you do not get affected. It's like lightning or electricity. It goes through the ship. I was jumping from the stern to the deck, the main deck, right as we got hit. I seen it go boom and hit and landed. Everybody on my crew was drunk except me. Maybe it was just because I was in midair, but that's a good trick, man. If you see a grog ball coming, if you can see it, jump. You might survive it. It's a good little tactic. So let's pull up some more pictures here. What do we got? Oh god, these ships are fucking sexy. Pardon my French and all that, but my god, they are cool. They look so makeshift and boarded up together, and oh god, I love them. They're really cool. And I running around on them with my crew, fighting skeletons below deck that were trying to board it up, has been the most epic experience I've had in this game so far. Right there, man. I gotta say it. This is the coolest thing that has happened to Sea of Thieves. Bravo. Everybody just give Rare a frickin'... I know the servers were a bastard to get on this morning, but my god, it was worth the wait. It really was. We as a crew woke up early and were ready at 7:30 in the morning. 8 o'clock, the servers... 8:02, the servers went live. Rare posted, and we couldn't get on for 53 minutes. 53 minutes we sat here getting copper beard, lemon beard, fish beard, all these beards. Pain in the butt. Doesn't matter. We got in, and oh my god, was it worth the wait. New and interesting ways to wait. It's like pirate loading simulator. I heard my crewmates talking about the figurehead, and I didn't see it yet. But on that note, there is actually a bug with the new hunter items. I don't know who else has been experiencing this, but I bought the rifle, the handgun, and the the frickin' sword, and the blunderbuss. I bought them all the weapons, and they're not in my inventory. They're paid for. Their little thing is like, I can't buy them anymore. I already bought them, but they're not in my box. Maybe they'll be there when I reload. I don't know. I just want to warn you guys, don't freak out. But there might be some weird bug with this new hunter items, because I bought it and I don't have access to it. The figurehead from the skeleton ship, the Kraken. Yes, you can buy that. One of the guys said it was in the shop. You think the next DLC will be even bigger? Yeah, the next DLC is going to be bigger, and I'll tell you why the next DLC is going to be bigger, because it's a whole new island, a whole new set of islands. Like, we have the wilds, we have the shores of plenty, and now we're going to get the Cursed Isles. It's going to... not the Cursed Isles. The Forgotten Shores. They're going to call them... they might call it something different. I forget. It might be because of just... There's only going to be one outpost there. So much to cover, man. I'm like almost tripping over myself with the amount of stuff in this game right now. People were bitching that there wasn't enough content. Well, you guys got content. Oh, I fucked that picture up. Sorry about that. Hairdos. afros, more. There's some curly, like fancy hair, like those powdered wigs and stuff. Tall sails, cough, cough. Yes, tall sails. He said small snails, but we all know tall sails are coming, man. We're gonna get more ships. We're gonna get, obviously, the man of war. Now this is pure speculation here. If I had tinfoil, I would stick a tinfoil cap over me for a second. This is pure speculation, but this is what I truly believe here. I believe that we're going to get the man of war when we get a privateer update. We're going to get, now that they're doing AI ships, we have ships in the world that belong to artificial intelligence that are just sailing around. The one thing this game as a pirate game is missing is the ability to pull up alongside other ships and board them, take their frickin' loot, and sell it, man. Or kill other ships and take their loot, except other players. That's it. There should be rum runners. There should be spice runners. There should be merchants that are physically, like AI merchants that are going and trading between posts that we can intercept. This is something that we need in this game, for real. And with the addition of artificial intelligent boats, ships, with this new cursed sails, you better believe that those wheels are turning now. So what is new in the Sea of Thieves? Oh my god. Skeleton crews. What isn't new? There's so much awesomeness in this game right now. With the new skeleton crews. Very cool. And you seem to get the commendations at the end. I was getting commendations for individual ships being killed. We killed, like, I don't know what it was, 6 or 7 ships or something like that. And then once the last ship with the captain on it was killed, all the commendations rolled up in the corner, in the top corner, all our doubloons and everything, and commendations popped up just like that. We got 4 commendations from our first crew, skeleton crew, that we took out. And we were sailing with 3 brigandines, and we had a galleon. And all of them sunk, including ourselves at the very end, and one of the brigs pulled right back up. I was in the water, and I jumped on their ship, and I shot the last couple of cannons at the captain's ship. It sunk, and then all of our rewards went up like that. Boom! We did it. And we were in an alliance, one of those new alliance things. So here, I actually got a picture of the alliance flag, so let's pull that up. So the way it works, if you don't know, is you run up to your mast, it's your crow's nest, you pull up the alliance flag when you get close to somebody, and there's another tab for like an accept one, and if they pull that up, boom, you guys are both in an alliance. And from what I understand, I hate having no crew to play with. That's what they're trying to do right now, is they're trying to make this so that more people can join together, I guess, and in bigger groups for people that are solo players. Like, we ran into a couple of people soloing on brigandines. I mean, I would have done the same thing, but okay, so let's get into the meat of this. I haven't even discussed any of the new content, the update notes. So let's pull the update notes up here and just read this. Okay, that's like what I do here. We're at 1.2.0. That's good news. We're finally out of the ones. Okay. This content update introduces and showcase a raft of new features. What a weird wording. A raft of new features that will persist in the Sea of Thieves beyond this time-limited campaign. So these ships are going to stay in. The way that they are happening right now as an event will disappear in 3 weeks. But these ships will be a curse out in the seas like Megalodon and just pop up every once in a while. There'll be a random ship. So anyway, the Cursed Sails campaign. Pirate dominion over the Sea of Thieves is being challenged by the dead. Skeletons are taking on to the waters in grim galleons. That's another thing I noticed. All the pirate ships are galleons. I really thought there would have been some brigs too, but anyway, go on. Unite United and spurred by a mysterious captain armed with cursed cannonballs that sow chaos and confusion. Drunk balls is all I've seen so far. Where are we? God, I'm a terrible reader. Confusion. Ah, there we go. The dead make war on the living. The cursed sails. Watch out for banners at the outposts calling you out to a battle. Like I said, I was saying this earlier. It's basically like a bully saying, like, I'll meet you out in the schoolyard at 3 o'clock after school. Yeah, it's basically like, we'll meet you out to the north of frickin' this island at this time of day, right after frickin' lunch, and I'm gonna frickin' beat you up in front of the class, is what they're saying. So this whole campaign is taking the course of over, like I said, 3 weeks. There we go. So don't friggin' freak out like a lot of people have and go, I don't have enough time. You got lots of time for this one. This is a big one. The introductions of alliance between crews with the new 3 pirate brigandine ship to help even the odds. I don't think it evens the odds personally. It's only got 1 level, so it sinks just as fast as the sloop does. Also, that brings me to another point. We hit a shore this morning in our galleon. We had 3 crew members on our ship, and we could not repair it fast enough, and we sunk. Something is wrong with how quick the water filled up in the galleon today. I don't know if it was just me, if it was just our ship, if we suck, if we're terrible pirates, and I know that's not the case. It filled up so fast. We rubbed the shore, and we got like 8 holes, and we boarded them up, and it sunk. We just couldn't. 3-man crew couldn't do it fast enough, and all we did was rub the shore. I feel like some kind of hit thing was wrong, or we just got lucky and hit the shore in the exact horrible spot. Anyway, back to the patch notes. Let me change the picture too. I'm going to go to this one. Why not? Let's bust it up. A new threat. Skeleton ships have arrived from the depths of the Sea of Thieves carrying a variety of new cannonballs. Nah. Blast them from afar or board their vessel if you fancy your chances face to face. Beware of the cursed cannonballs. They may turn the tide bad of the blink of the eye. Brigantine. Positioned nicely between the bulk of the galleon and the agility of the sloop, the Brigantine is the perfectly designed for up to 3 pirates to sail to victory. Again, I'm just reading the words. Alliances offer... There's actually a lot in this patch notes here. Alliances offer a pennant flag in the flag box at the Crow's Nest, along with the Join Alliance and Leave Alliance. If you don't have mics, there is going to be a Let's Form an Alliance option in that speaking thing. Oh, when holding the speaking trumpet. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, I'll have to check that out. There's like a button that you can press that says, let's form an alliance with the trumpet. I'll look that up as soon as I get back into the game. Where were we here? When holding a trumpet, show your intentions. It's funny, because I made a video a long time ago, before flags were a thing, and the video was called Fun with Pirate Flags, Hoist Your Intentions. And this was a speculation video like months ago, and it turned out to be actually very true. Everything I said in that video was absolutely 100% accurate. It's really weird, because it was pure speculation, so that's why you should subscribe to me, because I'm frickin' right a lot about this game. Speaking of which, if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe if you're enjoying this, and thumbs up that video if you are also enjoying it, and share it with your friends. Okay, back to the thing. The Eye of Reach skeletons. Ooh. Oh. This March of War has inspired skeletons to pick up the Eye of Reach. You know what's funny? I was pretty sure I was getting sniped on the ship while fighting these things. So it's very true. Take care across the entire map. These eagle-eyed foes aren't only found in Crow's Nest of the skeleton ships. So apparently they're in the real world now, just like the the powder keg skeletons. Maybe not just like them, but they're out in the world now. Bone Crusher ship liveries. Liveries? Liveries? I don't know what that word is. Won all the battles. Part with your doubloons for time-limited Bone Crusher sails, hull, figurehead, and flag. Nice. You can buy that frickin' Kraken skull for the front of the ship. That is very cool. World region sails. Conquer the Ancient Isles, Shores of Plenty. Oh, okay. So there's Ancient Isles, Shores of Plenty, and a Wilds sails added to the game. I didn't know about that. That's cool. A Bone Crusher scar and tattoo set. Ugh, how did I not? Jesse Tattoo didn't run in the game and look for a new tattoo. I just should have assumed there was. I didn't look. I was too excited about the ships. I will be checking that out again here in a minute. Hey, Soup, how you doing, my man? I haven't seen you in a while. Holy crap, I wasn't paying attention to the chat there for a few minutes. Mostly you guys are talking amongst yourself. Yep, okay. Price drops. Like ships, they've dropped about 30%. Things that were $75 are now at about $50. So there's been a big price drop along. It says, with the arrival of the skeleton fleets, the shopkeepers have all panicked, so you'll find a significantly lower price across the outpost. Whatever. Also, most of the stores are boarded up. If you haven't noticed that, the shopkeepers are gathered around the flag, the skeleton flag that's been hoisted there. So where are we here? Commendations. 22 new standard commendations and 2 legendaries are part of the cursed sales. There was a lot. There was like a whole page and a half of them. I was kind of surprised, to be honest. Bilge Rat titles. 5 new cursed sale Bilge Rat titles. Ugh, that's a mouthful. Bilge Rat doubloons. There is 200 doubloons up for grabs with the new cursed sales event. And an additional 100 doubloons for legendary pilots when they... did I say pilots? Pirates when they complete theirs as well. Customization variety, the Hunter set. I will bring this up again. I just had the picture up, but I will bring it up again because I'm talking about it. Yeah, I get out of the way there. Hunter set. Clothing, items, and ship liveries. There's that word again. I'm going to have to look that one up. I don't quite know that one. Are now stocked across the outpost. Spend your hard-earned gold on this new stuff. But be warned, like I said, I bought some of the weapons and they didn't show up in my inventory. My crewmate bought some and they showed up in his. So I don't know if it's a random thing or what's going on. More Bone Crusher armor. Belt, boots, eye patch, gloves, hook, peg leg have now been stocked. Let me see if I've got a picture of them. Uh-oh, where did I put them? Did I throw them away? I did. Here, I'm going to restore them, and there. There we go. Oh, that's not the full set. That's just... poop. I thought I had the clothing and the bone set, too. But you can buy some of this stuff as well. Some of the Bone Crusher set is available right now. Ghost ship liveries again. Am I saying that right? Can anybody confirm if I'm saying this right? Liveries? Liveries? It can't be liveries. Ghost ship liveries. I'm just going to call it liveries until somebody corrects me. Pirate Legends can now purchase ghost ship sails, hull, figurehead, and flags from within the hideout. Oh, these are legendary things. The hideout. I'm like, the hideout? They're talking about... these are varieties. These will unlock as the clothing does with the Athena's progression quest. That's how these ones are going to unlock. I wish I had some pictures of that. There's 13 13 new hairstyles in the game. 13 new hair colors. Hair colors. I mean, you can change your hair color. There's people that were pissed about that. I want to be able to change my pirate. I want to change what I look like. A lot of people do. Hopefully that'll come eventually, but we'll see. Oh, no! Okay. Under performance improvements, it literally just says further improvements and optimizations for all platforms are ongoing. That's literally all it says. Bravo. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to pull this back up. Actually, before I forget, because I forgot last time, and I totally forget, I want to implement more small creators into this program. So if you are a small creator or even a big creator, I don't care. I don't judge size. I do judge content, though. You got to be kind of good at what you're doing. I basically just want people to come to me and give me some videos of a newscast, a weather report in game. Just record yourself doing something silly in game, even something funny, and send it to me. Hit me up on Twitter, Jesse Tattoo at Twitter, and I will feature you in an episode. I actually got one of my good supporters, Jetty, checking out the weather. So let's go to him and we'll see what we can, what he's got to say about the weather lately.
Thank you for joining me today as me and my crew set sail into this deadly storm. The ship sinker. We got swells that are at least 10 feet high. Winds at least going 45 knots. And rain's pummeling down like bullets. I'm not sure if our sails can take much more of this. We're being struck by lightning left and right. Winds are tossing us aside along with the waves. We got crewmates hurling over the sides. And our helmsman can barely hold on to the wheel for dear life. This
guys, we're
storm will
legit
shortly...
sinking. I need help. Yeah, we're legit sinking. I need help.
Got one. So it's choice, yeah.
Ozzy, where you at? Sorry.
Overhead the rocks.
Ah, son of a bitch. No voice again. Crap. Thank you. Fuck. Anyway. I'm sorry. Damn it. I went on a tangent and I got no freaking audio. I was saying thank you to Jetty for helping me out with that weather report. And that's the kind of thing I want more people involved in. I want to start showcasing some other creators doing some stuff with me. And on that note, has anyone seen these fricking comics? I love these things. Check this out. How's the horizon looking? All clear, all clear. Smash. Har, har, har. Fun. Some of these are fricking genius. I love some of these comics. Anyway, here is her address thing, their Facebook group right there. She's on Twitter as well, but her Facebook has the full set of the comics. Her Twitter does not have them yet, so if you want the full set, you got to go to the Facebook. And as I was saying, tell her I said hello, and I sent you there. I'm going to be having an interview with her, hopefully ready for the next episode. So next week, hopefully, I will have this interview done with this creator. As I said, I'm a big fan of these comic books. I think they're freaking hilarious, and yeah, good stuff. So again, more other creators coming involved in this, which is what I would really like to do more and more of. So I've kind of said my little piece. Let me get back into my news thing here. There, sort of. Yes. Okay. Now, let's take a look here. There's a couple more things really quickly here. There's been some fixed issues in the game. A bunch of you are going to be sad to hear this one. And there's a pun there. You're going to be sad. You're going to be crying. Because the Chest of Sorrows fills up the ship again. I don't know if anybody noticed, but for the last about week and a half, maybe a week, probably a week because that's how long the update's going. Anyway, for the last week, the Chest of Sorrows has not been filling up the ships. It cries and cries and cries, and it doesn't fill up the ship. They fixed it. It's doing it again. Another fix is the Skeleton Throne titles should now be correctly awarded to players who completed the requirement accommodations and hadn't got them yet. So check your things. You should have them. Okay, some known issues. This is number one. If you haven't seen the video, they've disabled skeleton forts and the Kraken. Temporarily, probably for the full week, maybe for a couple of days, who knows. There's been some major issue. Maybe the Kraken was getting involved with the Cursed Sails ships and it was not working well. And to be honest, I've noticed something. They are running basically the exact same thing. I think the reason the skeleton forts aren't working is because these events are being treated exactly like the skeleton forts. Think about this for a second. We get waves of ships instead of waves of skeletons. There's a captain at the very end of it, and during each wave, you hear that fucking sound from the forts. It's like they've just reskinned the fort event, but on the open water, which I'm not complaining. I'm not saying it's bad. Is the Bone Crusher stuff permanent? If you buy it, it's permanent. It will only be in the store for 3 weeks during this event stuff. So if you want it, buy it. That's the deal. That's how they do it. How they make these things like limited is it's time limited during the window of the event. You can pretty much always, like, there's still mermaid statues in the world. Somebody was asking me if there's mermaid statues. Yes, there is still mermaid statues, and yes, you can get all the commendations for it still. But no, you can't buy that weird ham shoulder barnacle set anymore. They only have time limited. Yeah, they're only the special rewards are there for a limited time, but the events and the commendations are there permanently, so you can spend your doubloons on money, or what I mostly recommend is upgrades to probably your Merchant Alliance. That's where I've been dumping all my XR. I'll buy 1 or 2 cool things that I like, and then the rest of it goes into the frickin' Merchant Alliance because it's the hardest one. What do you see when you destroy a skeleton ship? It sinks like any other ship. It fills up with water, and as soon as the water hits the top deck, all the skeletons on it explode. They just go poof. Like how if you kill the captain at the fort, all the skeletons just explode and turn to bones and drop. Same thing, man. As soon as the water hits that top deck, man, boom, everybody on board dies, and it sinks down to the bottom of the ocean, and whatever loot was on it will rise back up to the surface. And that actually reminds me of one other thing I wanted to mention. As a tactic, we ran out of cannonballs very early in the fight. But there's a fully loaded, every ship is fully loaded, the enemy ships. You cannot touch the helm, but you can steal their cannonballs right out of their cannons. You can take their bananas, you can take their boards, and you can go down and take cannonballs out of their storage. So, yeah, they're basically floating skelly forts, kind of. They are fast, too. Like, my God, they are absolutely ships of the damned. They can move like the frickin' wind, like no draw. They just turn and whoosh, off they go. They are really, really quick. There's no up and downing with the sails. They're just magically fucking go where they want to go. It is pretty damn cool, though, man. I will admit, like, it was very frustrating getting on this morning. Everybody was dealing with that horrible copper beards and stuff today. You just couldn't, nobody could get on. But, man, that was a fun event. I can't wait to go back and do this again with my mates here. When I'm done this, I'm going right back. I'm going to take probably about 20 minutes to eat a sandwich or something, and then I'm going right back onto Twitch with my mates, and I'm going to be frickin' sailing again as much of the day as possible. Have you explored with the origin quests of Wanda's hiding places? No, I have not. We just focused straight on seeing skeleton ships this morning, and it was a pain in the butt to get it, but we got it. On that note, the skeleton parrot is also gone from Wanda's house. Wanda is missing. Her parrot friend is missing, and Wanda's sister, like Wunda or something, it's spelt differently, is there now. Do you get anything for beating the campaign? You get rewards like commendations and stuff, and I think when you complete the campaign, you get access to some special items, like what was it? I think you got to complete it to get the grog mug and stuff. I forget exactly how it works. It said something about it in the shop. I don't recall off the top of my head. I probably should have paid better attention. I apologize. I don't have a perfectly clear answer for you for that. Salty is now in Crescent Isle. Thank you. I will go check that out. Also, I was told that I need to come up with an ending. I've been just like, see ya folks, and leaving. And people still want to talk and say a thing or two. So, I am going to, this time, I'm just going to go back to the start screen and leave it at that for a minute when I'm done, so that you guys can finish your chatting or whatever, and then I can post up some videos, annotations and stuff after the fact. But I will make a proper credits and end screen for the future. How are skeletons, not the ships, but are the skeletons? Are the AI improved? I would say yes. They were moving around on those ships pretty efficiently. I was kind of shocked. Like, I was dodging behind poles and stuff, and like, they're smart. They were like compensating and like moving around that. Hey, this guy's got some Chips Ahoy codes, man. Speaking of which, today is the last day. I have a video where I'm also giving away some Chips Ahoy codes. So hit that guy up right there, the Sham the guy, hit that dude up for some of his codes, and if you don't get any codes from him and you want ones from me, by the end of the day, hit up my Twitch and hashtag Chips Ahoy Hoy. That's it, man. And I'm going to pick a winner. But definitely check me out, check out my video on how to do all that after this if you want to go and get yourself some Chips Ahoy Hoy codes. I got 2 sets of codes, not just 2 codes, 2 sets. So 8, like that. 8 codes all together, and I'm giving away 2 separate sets. So 4 and 4. I'm not gonna 1 to each person. That's ridiculous. Let me see here. And that's about it. Oh, nope. There was, some more issues here. I talked about the Kraken and the Skeleton Forts being temporarily disabled during this event right now. Some players traveled in unintended directions when being fired from a cannon. This has been a problem since day 1, and I can't believe they still haven't fixed it. Anyway, moving on. We have a fix. Ahoy hoy, and welcome. Welcome aboard there, Plagu 3XL. Yeah, I'm still shocked they haven't fixed the damn cannon thing. I thought that whole throne event was to calibrate the damn cannons, and it still wasn't enough data for them. Some players may continue to hear a muffled sound after being fired from a cannon. The thing is, if you fire yourself from a cannon right away, you get a weird sound buffer that sticks with you for a while. So just count to like 2. When you get into a cannon, go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then fire. Or whatever, but just wait a second. If you fire immediately, the sound persists, and the only way to get rid of it is to either climb in and out or climb into another cannon and fire yourself correctly. I know it's silly, but that's a good fix for it at any rate. Players speaking to a gold hoarder NPC may incorrectly receive the Hungering Deep Begins banner when talking to the gold hoarder NPC. I haven't seen that one myself. They have a fix, and it will be fixed next week. Don't sweat it. It's just a banner thing. Nothing to stress about. You found Wanda's lab. Well, spoiler warning, folks. I wouldn't mind hearing it. If you want to frickin' mention in the comments, I guess they're over that way. If you want to mention in the comments what that is, I wouldn't be opposed to that, or where it is. Yeah, climbing in and out of a cannon fixes it. Or shooting yourself properly out of a cannon also fixes it. Wanda's lab. So does that mean, like, she's making these cursed balls? Is that what's going on? I wonder. Okay, let me see here. Is there anything else? I think I covered. There's a lot to cover today. I think I got it all. Is there anything anybody else wants to know about or ask me? This is a good time to ask me some questions. Otherwise, I'm almost done here. Can you... let me just look through chat here. I missed a lot, man. I know I did. I apologize if I didn't answer any of your questions specifically. I'm not ignoring anyone specifically. I just... it's a lot to keep up with as a one-man show here. How do you activate the ships? Okay, that's actually a really good question and something that kind of plagued us. We pulled up to the first outpost and we got there and it was over. The event, we had just missed it. We pulled up our watch and it was 1 day ago. We had just missed it. We're like, well, now what do? We have to wait fucking 24, 30 game days to frickin' respawn this? Or do we have to server jump? What do we gotta do? It was silly. So, what's going on is, from what I understand, because of the fact there's 3 sections in the map, and so, let's see here, 3 sections. What's 24 divided by 3? That's 7? So there's 7-hour windows? Well, it's a little more than 20. 24 divided by is 21, 3, 20. So 7, 8, 16? Yeah, 8. I don't know, blah, bad math. There we go. 8-hour windows, more like that, 8-hour windows in each section. So if you get to a section and you just missed it, swim, fly, boat, sail to another section and check one of their outposts. And if it hasn't started yet, then you go down to the 3rd outpost, and I can guarantee that one's already going. So that's how you can activate one. By the time you're finished one, another one will pop up, and so on. So if it's not at one, by deductive reasoning, it can only be at one of the other 2 going right now. How many waves of ships were there? I believe there was... I want to say there was... Let me see here. We killed 6. I think there was 3 waves. 3 waves of 2 ships, I think. Maybe more. But I seem to remember my commendations stating that we had killed 6 or 8 ships. I can't recall. It was either 6 or 8, so it's either 3 waves or 4 waves. They seem to come up in 2s. Oh. only the okay, because we fought only the crew of the something grog. You got 2 captains on one ship. Is that a bug? I'm gonna say probably. I've seen now. To be fair, to be understanding, there are captains on every ship. Every ship has a unique a unique skeleton with a special hat. However, at the end of the waves, there is a skeleton captain that has an orange name. He's different than the ones that are piloting the ships, because there's a helmsman, if you will, on every ship that looks kind of like a captain. He's wearing a funny hat. He's not the same as the rest. And killing him doesn't seem to do anything. I mean, maybe he's not on the ship anymore, but all of the other skeletons just rise up out of the deck continuously. Killing them doesn't destroy the crew. It just seems to temporarily disable the crew. So yeah, anyway, as I was saying, our crew just fought a crew of the Damned Grog or something like that. I forget what their name was exactly, but it was obviously a alcohol-fueled cursed crew, and they were hitting us with grog balls. So I wonder if somebody just said that in chat, and I'm curious that if the other ships' crews are firing different cursed cannonballs. Because that would make some sense. I know there's more than 3 types, though, so, like, I'm a little confused. But maybe there's more waves. I don't know. We'll see. The cursed cannonballs, I'll tell you right now, are not as damning as people were scared and game-breaking. Anything like rum balls. If they're anything like rum balls, tasty. Are there commendations or name tags? Yes, there are some new commendations. I got... Oh, God, I didn't write any of this down. I was just so excited to play, and I was like, I gotta get out and do my frickin' captain's log real quick. There was some commendations. There is some new rewards. I don't remember what they are. I have to go back to... I have to go back in-game and actually go to the vanity chest to get these new titles. I did see... I think I earned 1, maybe 2. There was something about liberating the outposts, or outpost savior, and something about the destroyer of the grog, or the galleon... I can't remember. Something about a galleon and something about a destroyer of something. I don't know. There was like 4 commendations we got after killing 1 set of crew. Anyway, that reminds me, I gotta get back in the game here. I'm pretty much done here for the day, folks, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, please, it really helps a lot, like this video if you do enjoy my content, and if you really enjoy my content, subscribe, and maybe even share this. That'd be freaking amazing. If you really, really like my content, that would be the crap, man. I love that. Just finished with Wanda's chest quest and got the Shores of Plenty sales. Nice. Very, very cool. Yeah, remember, eat your bananas, kids. Stock up your ships when you're going into this fight, because it's gonna deplete your resources like you've never seen, man. This is pretty intense. It's quite the fight. Oh, pardon me. Right on, folks. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go. Don't forget, like the stream, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll be on my Twitch. Links below. I'll be on my Twitch in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that, playing more. So cheers.